Hey everybody, welcome back. David in History for the Ages here. So this is an interesting question someone asked me the other day. Can a Jewish person be an atheist? And the answer is actually yes. End of video. Not quite. I want to talk a little bit more about this because Judaism, yes, is a religion, but it's also an ethnicity and nationality. So I'd love you to leave some comments, thoughts, ideas as you're watching this, what you think about this. Please leave your thoughts as you're watching this, like and share it as well. I have a lot of videos on the history of Israel and Judaism and so forth, but this is an interesting question because usually, if you think about it, can a Christian person be an atheist? It doesn't sound right. Or a Muslim person be an atheist? Doesn't sound right. But with Judaism, it can be. And you have this image here that I use in my classes, and it's like one, these are all Jewish people. One is, Orthodox Jewish family, and one is a bunch of Jewish people having a good old time in Tel Aviv, yet they're all Jewish, right? So Judaism is a religion, right? And people can see Judaism as a religion. You have a sacred text, the Torah, you have the Talmud, you have a whole belief system like monotheism. There's religious practices, keeping Shabbat, eating kosher. I have a very long video explaining kind of Judaism and the elements of it in my History of Israel playlist that you can watch if you want more detail. But yes, in that sense, Judaism is a religion. So you could say, well, how can somebody be religious and be an atheist, right? How could you be Jewish and an atheist? Because you can't believe in a monotheistic God and be an atheist. You can't believe in a sacred text and be an atheist, right? So somewhere it doesn't make sense. But there's another element of Judaism that people don't always understand because Judaism is also an ethnicity, right? Um, and what we mean by that is that, there's genetic studies that show how there's a common ancestry among Jewish communities worldwide. And of course, over the centuries, millenniums, there's been a lot of intermixing of this time, because the Jewish people, and I have a whole history of this as well, they started in Israel, Judea, and eventually they were pushed out. And as they were pushed out, they ended up going to various parts in Europe and the Middle East. So there is obviously going to be intermixing. But therefore, you can have this kind of ethnic Jewish background, whether it's an Ashkenazi Jews, which means kind of more Central and Eastern Europe. I have them all down here. Sephardic Jews from Spain, Portugal, North Africa, Mizrahi Jews. Those would be the ones that you would think of like in the Middle East today, Iraq, for example, and even Jews from places like Ethiopia. And then there are people who are Jewish who convert to Judaism. So you can't look at somebody, look at their skin color and go, oh, this person's Jewish. You could be black and Jewish, you could be white and Jewish, you could be Middle Eastern and Jewish, you could be of any, skin tone and be Jewish. But it is therefore also an ethnicity. So I might be ethnically Jewish, but I don't believe in the sacred text. I don't believe in the monotheistic religion. So in that sense, I might be an atheist. Somebody could be an atheist. And this is why sometimes we say there are secular Jews even, where, you're Jewish because and you practice even some of the customs and the traditions. But at the same time, you're not religious, right? And even within the religious community, there's differences, right? There's Orthodox, there's conservative, there's Reformed Jewish people. So you have that as well. But in terms of a straight out atheist and not even believing in God and be Jewish, yes, we could be that because of the ethnicity background behind it. And then there's another element, Judaism as a nationality. Israel was created in its core as a nation for its Jewish people. That's why you have the new Jewish state of Israel. I have a whole video on Zionism, explaining what Zionism is. It's a very popular video if you've never seen it. And in this video, I kind of break down, the significance of why Israel matters for the Jewish people as a safe haven. It's the biblical homeland for the Jewish people. It allows Jews from all over the world to come in. It doesn't matter if you live in America, if you live in France, if you live in Brazil. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're Jewish and you want to go to Israel, you can. Now, can you go to Israel and be an atheist? Yes, right? You say I'm Jewish because, technically the way it works is if my mom was Jewish, you're Jewish, although some people say it's through the paternal line. That's not the majority belief. But the bottom line is if your mom is Jewish and you can show Jewish ancestry through, that ethnicity, you go to Israel. Do you have to believe in a monotheistic God? No, I promise you, there are atheist Jewish people living in Israel. I know there are. Are there a lot of them? No, but it is possible. So yeah, you could actually be an atheist and still be Jewish. I tried something. I'm not a big fan of ChatGPT, but I actually put it in there just for kicks. And I asked it, could you be Christian and an atheist? And they go, no, the two ideas are kind of contradictory to another. Can you be a Muslim and an atheist? Same thing. But when you put, can you be Jewish and an atheist, it kind of explains a lot of what I'm talking about here, that you can, and in part because Judaism is not just a religion. All right, so I hope you found that interesting, something a little different. Somebody was asking me this, and I thought, hey, this would be a great idea for a video. Please share, like, leave comments, watch all my other stuff I have on, the history of Israel, history of Judaism. Of course, I got a ton of other stuff on Western Civ and Rome and Greece and all sorts of cool stuff, Middle Ages, modern stuff, world wars, all sorts of great stuff you can learn. All right, everyone, have a great day. Thank you for watching.